I'll keep spraying for Greg, Steve, unless you want to give me some extra cash and I'll come and do it for you.
Okay.
I'll keep that in mind.
Gentlemen, we have a quorum.
Hey,
All right, we are live. I'm going to call the meeting to order, as this is the organizational session. Starting at 8:12. Everyone can stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, because this is the organizational session, I'm going to be conducting it until a chairman has been determined. So for roll call, Dave Behrens.
Here.
Steve Christensen.
present.
Don Frericks.
Yes.
Melinda Lautner, absent. Casey Noonan, absent excuse. He might still be here, but he will be a little tardy. John Koba, absent excused. Rick Robbins.
Here.
Lana Shaw.
Here.
John Walter, absent excused. And Todd Yeomans.
Yes, ma'am.
And we have a quorum. There is one guest present. The number to call for public comment is 231-256-8109. We'll give it a minute.
Laurel,
Yes.
you're going to have to guide me after you do the first step. I exited the agenda for this meeting and now I'm not finding it right away. So I may get lost.
No worries. So there is no public comment. I would call for any agenda additions or deletions. As this is the organizational session, which is going to be immediately followed by the regular session, we probably don't need to add anything unless someone can think of something procedurally we need to address.
Move to accept the agenda as written.
Second.
Second that.
All right. Is there any discussion? No discussion. All those in favor? Lana, I can't see your hand. There we go. Okay, looks like all ayes. First action item is going to be the election of chairman, which is a one-year term. The Planning Commission will be selecting its representative to parks at its organizational session next week. And as you know, Casey Noonan is the sole member of the recreation category for that commission. And the bylaws for that commission state that either the Planning Commission chairman will serve as a designee or someone that they appoint. So I did speak with Casey, who is running late, and he said that if someone did nominate him to resume that title, he would have no objection to that.
So move.
Second.
So I just need a nomination for Casey Noonan as the chairman.
I nominate Casey Newman as chairman.
Okay.
Second.
And second. Okay. Could you state who seconded, because my neck's getting sore by turning.
I seconded it, Dave.
Okay. Okay. Are there any other nominations? Nominations are closed. All those in favor of Casey Noonan as chairperson of the Leelanau County Parks and Recreation Commission? Okay, all ayes. Casey is now chairman of the Leelanau County Parks and Recreation Commission. I will have to go through this for vice chairman, and then I can turn the meeting over to him. So are there any nominations for the position of vice chairman?
I nominate Dave Behrens as vice chair.
I second.
Give me a moment.
I accept.
One moment. Okay, so all those in favor to retain Dave Behrens as vice chairperson? Okay, looks like all ayes. Okay, I am going to turn the meeting over to Dave, and we need to elect a secretary.
As operating chairman, a point of order or a question of order.
Sure.
May I receive a nomination for, or a motion that is, that our secretary, well, I guess that's the only additional office, isn't it?
Just the right one.
Yeah, excuse me. So our next, I was misreading the agenda here. Our next office is secretary. It's a 1-year term. Do I hear nominations?
Steve Christensen, aren't you the secretary now? You want to keep doing it? I'll nominate Steve Christensen.
I will second that.
Okay, could we have a 2-minute recess? I have to contact Melinda. She's not using the right code to get in. All right, just
Yes,
give me 2 minutes.
Yes.
Last night. No. Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, I can't remember caught in between the 3 and 3 and me, which I don't know. It's like, you got both sides scratching their head through the windshield. Yeah, I know. It's like, and I don't understand is times have changed. You can't just go saying and then killing me because it's kind of like sync. Personally, it's like I don't know about 2 votes. So you gotta make some better stuff. You gotta do it.
I should be skiing at Crystal right now, Todd. The light's good.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm supposed to think.
Yes, sir. This is the longest organizational meeting we've ever had.
Yeah.
Curse of Zoom.
Continue what I was trying to say.
Yeah, true, huh?
Maybe they're doing background checks or something.
Could be.
Thank you, COVID.
Anybody get vaccinated yet?
Anybody get what?
Vaccinated with the vaccine, COVID vaccine?
Oh, my wife's supposed to this week. She works at Glen Lake Schools. I'm waiting on my parents. They're 86 and a little bit younger. Health department. I'm just waiting on them. They're signing up for it.
They live up here?
Sorry?
They live up here?
Yeah, they live a mile from me.
Oh, okay.
That's why we live here. I take care of them.
They should be taken care of shortly. Not right away.
Town, yeah, road commission, no. No, the town. Oh, I think road commission.
For some reason, the older we are, the more susceptible we are.
County,
Oh,
okay.
Well, I'm 55 and I have like 6 underlying health conditions, but I'm sure I'll get it after they run out. So,
If they run out, you won't get it.
well, those pump some IVs in me or
Talking
something.
about the big beach steps and hearing
Oh,
guys.
it's very slow.
Yes.
There we go. All right, Melinda is joining. Dave, I hate to bother you, but could you please go back to the secretary portion? So you entertain nominations for secretary. Hi, Melinda.
Hi, sorry about that. I thought we were going
Hello,
to add
Linda.
that to the regular meeting.
No, we have to do it separately. So
Okay,
Dave,
that's fine.
did you call nominations for secretary and it was Steve?
Yes, nominated by Todd, seconded by me. All in favor?
I have no idea who was nominated. I'm sure I support him.
Steve Christensen.
Steve?
Steve Christensen.
Aye.
Last year at this time, we kind of did a little introduction with our new members. Do you want to do that today?
Perfect.
Yes, please. Lana, how about we start with you?
Well, okay. My husband and I own a lawn care business. I'm a horse fanatic. We have 2 teenage children. I don't know which is more important, the kids or the horse. My daughter's a cat freak. She loves cats. I don't know. Eric, my husband, has lived here his whole life. His brothers still do a lot of cattle and cherries over there.
Yeah, I
Thanks,
think I've
God.
heard the family name before.
Oh, right. I mean, everybody, and people always ask me, are you related to so-and-so? And I always say yes. 'Cause I have no idea. I'm not from here. I've been here about 18, 19 years. So came from Mason County, born and raised Michigan. So, and we live right out between Maple City Road and Bohemian. So we're right out by Sleeping Bear Dunes. So this is, a little important to me. So to be involved.
May I ask, did you grow up in Ludington or Scottville or
Scottville. Oh, you're good.
Mason
Yeah,
County Central? Yeah.
Mason County Central. I graduated there, but I did go to a private school up until my senior year. So it was fun.
We'll talk about this some other time, but Pentwater is
Sure.
part of my hometown background.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Yes.
Rick Robbins.
Rick Robbins, District 1, Elmwood Township. 4th generation from Grand Traverse County. I've been out here for 11 years. Retired from Grand Traverse County Sheriff's Department maybe 20 years ago. Now I'm the court officer and got a trucking business. I do 4 or 5 things, so I'm busy every day plus this job. So I'm glad to be here and nice to meet you all.
Welcome. Next on the schedule is approval of the 2021 meeting schedule. Have you all had a look at that? It appears pretty standard to me.
Dave, I'd like to note that you can elect to do either executive committee, which is just the officers, or hold a committee of the whole for the budget.
Correct. Melinda, are you willing to participate in that again?
Certainly.
Okay, and I will, and Casey and Steve, you've been involved before. Shall the 4 of us take that on again? Good.
Okay.
So that will be our executive committee. Laurel,
Okay,
Steve, myself, Melinda, and Casey. Do I hear a motion to approve the schedule for 2021?
So moved.
And a second?
I'll second.
And all in favor? Did you get that, Laurel?
Yep.
So, well, I guess we've done the next step, the standing committee, or no, these are the standing committees for each part. Laurel, do you have an existing list of who's on each committee right now?
Yeah, that had been sent out ahead of time.
Well,
I can certainly review it with you. Current structure is Miles Kimmerly, Don Frericks, former Kyle Travis, former Ty Wessel, and Todd Yeomans. The Old Settlers Park is comprised of Steve Christensen, Linda Lautner, and Casey Noonan. And Veronica Valley is Dave Behrens, Steve Christensen, John Popa, and John Walter.
so we need, Rick and Lana need to be on assigned to one of those committees. Now, has some of this been talked about? I mean, Lana, have you?
I'm right around the corner from Miles Kimmerly.
What I was gonna say.
Yeah. Hi, Melinda.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm right around the corner from there.
So, Laurel,
mean, if
that
that's-
fits.
If that's convenient.
And Rick, does Rick have is there, which park amount of people on it then? Which park committee, if we have Miles Kimmerly full?
Well, I was on Old Settlers.
Yeah.
Now it shows me on Miles Kimberly.
Oh, no, you should be on well, unless you prefer Miles Kimmerly.
Well, Steve, do you want to be on Old Settlers?
Actually, I'm supposed to be on all of them.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
all
I
of them.
thought you were the floater that went to every one of them.
Right.
Find that.
Yeah.
So it doesn't, it's not totally accurate, but I'm willing to, in my role, I just went to all of them. And that gave us a fourth
Right.
person so that we would be more easily, we could easily do the Open Meetings Act that way. If we bump into each other in the grocery store, we can talk, we can't deliberate, but we could
Right.
share information.
Casey, did you kick me off Old Settlers or what?
I might have had it on wrong. I thought you were on Miles. I apologize.
Yes,
Oh, I
so
don't-
if we,
I mean,
So Todd is really Old Settlers.
Why don't we
I'm sorry.
start out on Old Settlers?
yeah, keep Todd on those settlers and then put Lana and Rick on Miles Kimmerly. Is that everybody?
yeah, because Kyle's gone. So
Yeah.
that'll give him 3, 4 with Steve Christensen.
Well, I know Don is ready to go as chairman of Miles Kimmerly, so 2 new people, and that the 3 of you can all get started together on that.
This is the blind leading the blind, but we'll do a good job there.
Super.
I got the apes in there for me.
And Rick, is that acceptable to you that you're on the Miles Kimmerly committee?
Sure, I don't have a problem.
So if I review this, Miles Kimmerly for 2021 will be Steve, Don Frericks, Lana Schaub, and Rick Robbins. Old Settlers will be Steve, Melinda, Casey, and Todd. Veronica Valley will remain the same.
Yep. I think that's right.
Yes.
Okay. Do you want a motion or do you want to do it as consensus?
Consensus.
I'm good with it. Consensus.
Mhm.
Consensus.
Hi, Casey.
by consensus, Laurel.
Okay, thanks.
I'm a little lost. Casey, I'll just go on with this one right now. I'm a little lost, Laurel, on item F, Parks Bylaws Review.
You know, I try to add this every year because I think it's really important that everyone understands the bylaws. And I think sometimes it gets shuffled under the rug. And it would help prevent any future problems if the rules were kind of followed a little bit better. I guess the best thing that I would advise you to, if you have any questions at all on procedures, Chet is always available to answer those. And that'll prevent any kind of trouble down the road when it comes to presenting to the board. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And to the 3 new members present, Laurel is our godsend. Laurel knows everything. If you have questions, she too can answer them, and we do what she tells us.
Yep. If you remember that, we're good.
Yeah. I just have one comment for Laurel regarding the bylaws. On the top of every
Sure.
page, on the top of every page, except for the first one, it says committee bylaws, and it should say commission bylaws.
You are correct, it should. I will get that corrected. And you know, I think when it came back from council, I didn't review some of the more basic things, like headers and footers, so I will fix that.
Melinda, where'd your video go?
I went off screen to go back to the packet.
But you're so dressed up. You got to stay on screen.
Okay.
Casey and I got hats and sweatshirts on, and you're all fancy.
Not in my normal meeting attire.
Oh, it's nowhere to go.
So Laurel, are we good with the bylaw review at this moment?
Yeah, I just strongly suggest everyone take a chance to read it and kind of review it a bit. And I also included in the packet for this particular meeting, the 2021 adopted budget, so you know where your money stands, okay?
Thank you.
Would you like me to announce the number for public comment?
Can I
Yes,
ask
please, public comment.
The number to call in for public comment is 231-256-8109.
Can I talk while we're waiting?
Yes.
Thank you. I asked this last year, but I forget. What is our fiscal year here? When does it start and end for this budget?
It's a calendar year.
It's a calendar year. Thank you.
Calendar year.
Well, I don't think we're gonna get any public comment. I'm kind of watching the Zoom channel and I don't think we have anybody watching.
Okay. Commissioner comment. Any commissioner comment? Do I hear a motion for adjournment of this organizational meeting?
So moved.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the organizational meeting's adjourned. Just to be clear, we all have to, go ahead.
I just want to make sure everyone is aware of the regular session Zoom meeting number. Do you have it? It starts with 856.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay, I'm gonna end this meeting.
no, give me that number because I have an 855 number for that.
Okay,
Double check or start with 8. You probably have the rest right.
Okay, If it's 856-4894-2235.
Correct.
Oh. We generally out to
Okay,
public.
hopefully we won't get Zoom bound.
Hopefully we
All right,
won't
I'm
get
gonna end